Hi, thanks for watching. I'm Lauren and I am delighted to be sharing with you in this video the brand new festive window display that we have in my shop, Guthrie and Ganny. So it's come to that time of year when we switch everything around and just get a little bit festive and a little bit sparkly, and it always just really helps to brighten up the shorter days that we have here in the UK at this time of year. So I will be showing you all the details in the windows, chatting you through all of the garments and the samples that we've featured and the fabrics that we've used. All of them are available to purchase in the shop and online as well. And I've made a blog post that corresponds with this video too. So that is the best place to go and check out and see all the links for everything if you're feeling inspired by any of the makes that we feature. So check out the link to the blog post in the description to the video below. So Jo, who works in the shop, always does such a fantastic job of making such amazing, captivating displays. If you've watched my window videos before, you'll know that we have a really big, massive bay window here in the shop. It's right at the front of the shop, and it floods with light in the day. It's beautiful, and it's so sparkly with all of these sequins and glitteriness in it. And this year, I would say the theme is very sophisticated luxury. So we have gone with lovely deep shades of blue and just kept it really classy. So you can see on the Christmas tree there is lots of beautiful bows, and then of course little haberdashery accessories as well, which we love with the buttons and the scissors. And Jo has also very patiently strung together all of these gorgeous lovely sequins that are then hanging from the ceiling, which I think just looks absolutely gorgeous. They move around and twinkle, and it just fills the space of the bay window so beautifully in the evening and in the daytime as well. And then some gorgeous presents wrapped around just to make it look a little bit more festive. And if you are looking for gift ideas, then you can also check out our gift guide blog post and video as well if you're looking for inspiration in that vein. But in terms of the garments that we have featured, so we've got 3 lovely outfits, and the first one is a twin set. So we have paired the Tilly and the Buttons pearl top, which is like a wrap cardigan, with the named Patterns Olo pants, which does come as a twin set, but it's just the pants that we've made for that. And this is in our gorgeous navy stretch velour fabric, which just hangs really beautifully. So in these sort of oversized trousers that's got that elasticated waist, they just drape and hang and swish really nice. It's going to be so super comfy to wear as well because it's lovely and stretchy, and I love the more puffed, fuller sleeves in this version too, with those gathers around the cuffs. I think that looks really lovely and smart. And then for the second outfit, which is the same fabric that I'm wearing in my top just now, this is the Nielsen Jara jumper, which regular viewers will know I absolutely love this jumper. It's my ultimate classic jumper pattern, and how different does it look when it's sewn in a sequin? So this is the tie version of the pattern. So it's just hemmed at the bottom, and when Jo made the sample, she simply just finger pressed it back and then top stitched it down. And then of course it has got the ribbing at the neckband and at the cuffs as well. And I would suggest probably just top stitching around that as well, just to make the sequins stay tucked in a little bit more, so that it is just the ribbing that's touching your skin on the inside. Jo found sewing with these sequins pretty straightforward really, so she didn't take them out of the seam allowance at all. She did just sort of squish them down and kind of smooth them flat a little bit. The way that the sequins are put onto the fabric is quite more of a sort of random orientation really, which is lovely because it makes the light hit them in loads of different directions. It makes it really extra sparkly. But when you do come to sew, it's good just to sort of smooth them out a little bit flatter, just so that it makes everything more compressed when you do actually come to sew it. I would suggest just sewing it with a regular needle. An 80 or a 90 would be fine. Just make sure it's nice and sharp. I mean, you might break a couple of needles. I did break some needles when I made this version of the top, which I'm going to talk to you about more when I come to the last outfit, because it's actually the same pattern. And you know, it can be quite common to break needles when you're sewing sequins, but yeah, Jo found for the Jara it sewed absolutely fine and didn't really cause her any problems at all. And then the final lovely smart top with the casual jeans combo pairing is the same one that I'm wearing just now. So it's the named Patterns KJO batwing top, and there is also a dress version that comes with the pattern as well. So you can see on me it is quite full under the arm because it's got that batwing style, and it's a lovely sort of mock wrap detail. So it wraps over at the front and at the back as well, and then it's got a panel that goes around the waist that is a little bit more fitted, and then this lovely little band at the back neckline, which I think is a really lovely touch. And on my version in the sequins, I actually did that in the sort of selvage section where they didn't have any sequins on it, just so that it would feel a little bit smoother on that section. I also lined mine with our bamboo jersey fabric just to make it feel a little bit softer on the inside, but you wouldn't necessarily have to do that. I guess if you were wearing a layer underneath, then you could leave that out. Now with this particular pattern, there are a lot of layers, and especially in the stretch velour fabric that Jo used for the sample, she did find that it slipped around a lot. So she ended up having to hand base certain sections. It's just because quite a lot has to come together. You know, when you've got the wrap and then that's got to overlap and then it's got to come into that panel that goes around the waistband as well. There's just quite a lot to bring together. So you just generally have more control if you do a little bit of hand tacking or hand basting. Because of the nature of the fabric, it doesn't particularly, you don't really need to press it. You know, it's stretchy and it's so sort of slinky and soft that you don't really need to press it into place. So in order to control it, you just have to take those extra measures. So requires maybe a little bit more patience in the hand sewing department, but I think it looks gorgeous. It is lovely. The wrap is quite a generous overlap. So I would say in terms of other wrap stuff that I've made before, or things that sort of cross over at the neckline, it probably sits a little bit higher than what you typically might see in a wrap. So 3 gorgeous festive tops that you could either dress up or dress down, depending on what sort of things you've got going on or events you're going to. So either maybe just pairing it with some smart trousers or jeans, if you want to go for the full twin set like we did in that navy stretch velour, then that also makes a really striking outfit. The sequins and the stretch velour do come in a range of different colours as well. So if you wanted to go for something a bit brighter than the navy, then there are lots of options in that range too. So don't forget, I will be putting the link to the blog post that goes with this video in the description below. So that's where you can find the links to all of the patterns and the fabrics too. If you've got any comments or questions at all, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you want a quick answer or help or advice with anything, the G&G team and I are always more than happy to help. And the quickest answer will always be to drop us an email or give us a call. So I'll put the contact details in the description of the video below as well. But if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're feeling very inspired, and I will see you next time. Bye.